Are you scared with everything that is going on in the world right now? War between Russia and Ukraine and the tension that is growing between Israel, some part of the Middle East. Are you scared because you keep hearing people saying, this is the end of times? My name is Nikki. And if you watch this whole video, I can assure you that I can help you find more courage and more peace in your heart and be less afraid of what's going on. Maybe you heard that there is a part of the Bible, Revelation, that talks about that during the end times, there will be wars or rumors of wars. Well, let me read it to you. It says in Matthew 24:6, you will hear of war and rumors of war, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. So does this mean that Jesus is coming? Well, it's a little bit unclear because it also says in Matthew 24:36, but about the day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. So let's say that it's true, right? That we are living in the end times. Are you spiritually ready? Have you been getting ready for his coming? See, there's a parable in Matthew 25:1-13 that I thought it was pretty interesting when I was reading it, because it helped me to see, well, am I really ready for this? See, I advise you to go and read it before you hear this. If not, then I can give you a little summary, but please go ahead and read it. I think it's important that we don't just hear things from people are saying. I think it's important that we go to the Bible and we read it ourselves, because sometimes the way you might see it, it might be different to how I see it. And I definitely want to hear everyone's perspective. So to give you a little summary, and I typed it right here, this talks about 10 bridesmaids went out to wait for the bridegroom. Now you may ask, well, what symbolizes this? The bridegroom is Jesus. 5 were wise and brought extra oil, symbolizing the spiritual preparation, and 5 were foolish and brought none. At midnight, the call came that the bridegroom is here, and the wise entered the wedding with him, but the door shut on the others. So pretty much Jesus ends the story by saying, therefore, keep watch because you do not know the day or hour. Well, if you're anything like me and you try to wonder a little bit what things, certain things mean, I was a little bit confused on certain things that the Bible stated. For example, at the time that the kingdom of heaven will be like. This actually means he's describing what it's like before his return. The oil represents the faith and your relationship with God and the obedience. So ask yourself, am I filling up the lamp or am I just going through the motions? And the feeling of him coming can be scary. But I feel that if you love Jesus, you wouldn't see this as this is going to be a distraction. This is more of a reunion with him. Worrying about the prophecy is not going to change anything. I mean, we have seen it time to time in the Bible that the prophecies have happened and that's it. But this should be more of a wake-up call for you to know, how are you ready when he comes, right? It should not be worrying you or stressing you of destruction. It should be more your happiness to see him, to be able to be reunited with him. I think that's the main point that we should all be focusing on. Now you may ask, okay, well, how do I start? Definitely opening the Bible. I have always said it, open the Bible and start somewhere. You can either start in Psalms or start reading the gospel. If you have little kids, there are books a lot out there on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles where there's stories about certain chapters in the Bible that you can read to your kiddo and get them excited. They're less scary. They're more fun. There's cute pictures of that, that will be able to help out your kiddo to feel more interested in the story. Also, I advise to, whenever you read a verse, write it down, remember it, because whenever I do have found myself that whenever I'm going through something, I remember a verse and it helps me to get through the day. It kind of becomes like a shield to get me ready for whatever moment I get to go through. And if you're anything like me and you love to study the brain, there's a study in Harvard that was done in 2021 that reading the verses, remembering the verses doesn't just help you with your faith, but also helps you with your memory recall, your long-term memory recall. And I suggest you go look it up. I'm going to put a link below it, but give it a shot. Look, don't wait for Jesus to come for you to be ready. Start now. Be more prepared so you can be more excited. And this whole idea of him coming can actually sound more, exciting for you and less scary. If you like this content, please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment, like it, share this video, and whatever comment you want to leave me, please, I would love to hear from you. I know we're living in some really, challenging times and they sound scary, but I want to know what you're doing to prepare yourself. And if this video touched your heart, let me know. Leave me an amen and heart. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Love you guys. Bye.